Dutchman baseball team is back in action for the summer. And coming up after the break, we're going to tell and show you how they train not only on the field, but
well, summer is almost here officially, starts Friday, and so is America's favorite pastime as baseball leagues all over the capital region are in full swing, you might say. News 10's Ben Ryan getting a feel for it as he's spending time with the Albany Dutchmen this morning. He must feel right at home then.
A minute since I've done any sort of throwing or swinging, but that's exactly right. The Albany Dutchmen, a franchise of the Perfect Game Baseball League. That is a premier summer league which showcases 13 teams across New York State and, of course, top-tier collegiate athletes who are looking to show off their skills, the scouts. But those top athletes need top-tier training, and that's why we're here at Capital District Sport and Fitness. So they do all the training for them. And I'm joined by Mike. Mike, good morning. Always good to come. Always a pleasure to see you. So I have to say, when it comes to training top-tier athletes, to anyone who just wants to get a lift in, what is that difference?
Right. In terms of the athletes that we train, with everybody we train, the priority is to make sure you're moving well and staying healthy. And with athletes, there's obviously the bigger, faster, stronger component. We want to work on their power and their strength and their speed and doing things in here that will carry over to on the field. And with us and our baseball athletes, like you said, kind of adds another component in terms of being an overhead athlete and kind of the prevalence we see now with injuries in younger athletes, youth and above. So it's really taking that into consideration in the weight room.
Of course, and I spent a lot of time on the field myself, and there were a few things that always went wrong. It was always a rotator cuff, or it was always something in the shin. So injuries are always prevalent for me, but something that you want to watch out for. Now I'm also joined by Dan, another owner here. Dan, good morning.
Good to see you.
So let's talking about those injuries too. We're talking about certain things that you have to tackle when it comes to a sport like baseball. What are certain things you have to watch out for training purposes?
Yeah, with the baseball players we deal with, the high-level athletes we deal with, they're going through a very rigorous summer season after a very short but rigorous college season. So, our biggest priority is keeping them on the field. And like you said, one of the biggest things we see is shoulder injuries. We want to make sure we keep that rotator cuff strong through different means of exercises. But each athlete's different. So we get in here, when they get here, we fully assess them. Some guys are going to be a little looser. Some guys need that rotator cuff work. Some guys need that stabilization work. And every guy's going to be a little bit different. So we get that assessment, and so we make sure that each Dutchman that comes in is getting the program and exercises that they specifically need.
Beautiful, Dan. Thank you so much. And the Dutchman will actually be joining us in just a little bit. But for now, Christina, I'll send it back to you in the studio. I'm live here in Round Lake. Ben Ryan at News 10, ABC.
All right, Ben, thank you.
The Albany Dutchmen while they train. Hello, Ben.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. See, they got me all geared up, making it feel like I'm reliving my glory days back on the field. But as you can see, we're at Capital District Sport and Fitness and the Albany Dutchmen here getting an early morning workout in. Now, they are a franchise of the Perfect Game Baseball League, which showcases about 13 teams across New York State. And these are top-tier collegiate athletes who go to colleges such as Louisville, Ole Miss, Trinity, you name it. They have to, of course, stay in shape on and off field. That's what we're showing you right now. So we're at Capital District Sport and Fitness. I'm joined by Mike. Mike, good morning. And we have to talk about a few things that are going on right here. I mean, everything and anything is happening. Balls being thrown, everything. What's going on here?
Yes, we have the group in right now. You'll see guys are kind of spread out throughout the gym at different parts in their workout. So some guys are over there doing some of their mobility work. It's a long season and a lot of games in a short period of time. So making sure we're doing things like foam rolling and our stretching just to stay, healthy throughout the summer. Some guys here in the middle doing some of their strength training portion, some squats and some good single leg work. You'll see guys in the back throwing med balls, working on some power development. So yeah, a lot of good things going on right now in the gym with these guys.
Of course. And you look at something like we have right here, like the split leg lunges. Now these are a little bit different, obviously, than your traditional squat rack. So I mean, for a baseball player, how is this going to be beneficial?
Yes, you'll see here. First thing with the lunge, baseball, single leg strength is important to be strong on one leg. So the lunges are nice for that. But we also see that we're using this safety bar. It's a little bit different than your regular barbell. In terms of a regular bar, having that bar kind of back with the shoulders here, there's a little bit added stress in the shoulder joints. The safety bar is nice to remove some of that stress from the shoulder while still training the legs.
Of course. And obviously, there's the foam rolling, which will be started with. I mean, the guys are coming in early, getting that early morning workout in, come in, foam roll, get everything all stretched out, and of course, then they start to hit the weights. So I mean, mean, it all goes in full circle, I would imagine.
For sure, yes, most definitely. Yeah, all the going to help these guys continue with their development, but stay healthy. Most importantly, throughout this long summer season.
Long season. We're just getting started because, of course, it's the beginning of summer. So in just a little bit, guys, we're going to show you more of what they're training. I know you might be a little bit curious what's going on over there. So Ryan, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But for now, I'm live around like Ben Ryan, News 10, ABC.
Yeah, wall slam.
Baseball season's in full swing, of course.
News 10 ABC's Ben Ryan getting a better look at America's favorite pastime. Learning the ropes from the Albany Dutchmen this morning, and Ben himself, no stranger to the diamond.
Hey, good morning, Ryan and Christina. We are getting some early morning training in here at Capital District Sport and Fitness with the Albany Dutchmen. Now, they are a franchise of the Perfect Game Baseball Summer League. Now, this is a summer league, like I said, which is premier and showcases 13 teams throughout New York State and top-tier collegiate athletes going to schools such as Vanderbilt, Louisville, you name it, they're probably going there. So I'm also joined by Mr. Daniel Jones here at Capital District Sport and Fitness. We've got some med ball, slam med ball tosses, a lot of aggressive stuff going on here. What's happening?
Yeah, so we use our medicine ball tosses and slams to really work on power with these athletes. Most of these guys are already very powerful, but during the season, we can get a little bit more out of these guys and a little more baseball-specific movements with these med ball slams and throws. They're going to get even more benefit out of these exercises.
Of course, and not only can you hear it, you can feel the vibration of that medicine ball hitting not only the wall but the ground. It doesn't matter what they're doing. As you can see, it also works in that baseball movement, like you said, getting that leg up, single leg power movement. So, I mean, that's going to translate on the field. And speaking about being on the field, well, we're going to show you exactly why they're going to these top-level D1 schools in just a bit. Just flipping on over to Fox 23. Ryan, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. I'm around Lick, Ben Ryan, News 10, ABC.
All right.
See you then, Ben.
Ben.